Hi friends, we're gonna do a sewing vlog. I haven't done one of these since last summer. So today, forgive my manners. I'm Chan, you're watching Made by Chan. We're doing a sewing vlog of the Float On top by Forest and Thread. I think that's just the full name of the pattern company, Forest and Thread. It's like 8 o'clock at night. It's like 8:30, I think. Hold on. It's 9 o'clock. But I don't think this is going to take me that long, so I figured I'd vlog it because I don't think it's going to be long enough to do a full video on. All right, so let me show you where we're at. We haven't started yet. All right, I have my fabric right there. I'm getting ready to iron it because it's not laying how I want it to. And then I have the pattern cut out. I cut out a size 10. The thing I really like about this company, and I've never used them before, which is why I had to figure out what the name of them was, is that you can print this in color. So it's easier to see, not just based upon these little lines, which I can't always read, but each line is a different color. So I think that's great. But I'm going to cut it out. Well, first I need to iron my fabric. This is a wearable toile, but I always envisioned this toile as wearable with this fabric. And I thought this was super old and vintage if you just saw my fabric haul that I did. And it's not. This is from 2002, I read on the grain line. I still don't know where it's from. I'm going to Google that. But until then, I got my pattern weights over there ready to go. And I need to put a fresh blade on my rotary cutter. Okay, everything is cut out. As you can see, it was pretty quick to cut out. And I am in the process of making my own bias tape. So I've made 2 of the long strips right here. And yeah, it's not that many pieces. Okay, I was like, something's missing. It's right here. All right, that's that. Do I need to cut this and make it into bias tape? Maybe one day. Okay. All right, but over here, here's what I'm doing. I did try and get a bias tape maker at the store today, but they were all sold out. So I have to make my own. And I did buy some, but then I read the instructions and I was like, I'll just make my own. So I got this on the bias, and then I'm folding it up 1/4 of an inch and pressing it down, and then I fold the top over 1/4 of an inch and press it down. And I seem to have given my cousin all of my cardstock, so I can't even make a little template to do this. And I don't want to use my flat iron because I know that has hair oil on it. So I have my little ruler here to measure along the way, but it's not taking that long. And I'm using my clapper, which is right here, to like seal it in and make sure all my seams are perfectly flat. The first thing I need to do is I need to stay stitch the neckline, the armholes, and the bottom edge of all my pieces. And then I'm going to French seam to attach them. Which I forgot that this was made with French seams, and I have a love-hate relationship with them. I just think it takes too long. And I need to go turn the iron back on so that can just be ready to go. Also, I would like to point out that I acknowledge the fact that in my 2022 sewing plans video, I am wearing this shirt. I filmed that in December. It is March 5th. But I will be wearing a different shirt when I take the thumbnail photo because I don't want my feet to look like that. But I just would like to point that out. I sewed up my side seams. I did front seams. I trimmed it. I pressed it. That was not as awful as I thought it would be. That's pretty cool. All right, it looks cute thus far. So next, I think I need to work on the back. Let me check my instructions. I was gonna keep working on this tonight now that I'm looking at the instructions, but I'm a little tired, and I have a rule that I don't sew when I'm tired. You can hear it in my voice. Don't sew when I'm tired, so I think I should stop now, because I'll probably go a lot faster too tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you all in the morning. Hello, this is the next day. I have my hair up for like the second time ever since I've chopped it all off. I can do a ponytail, y'all. I'm probably gonna hate how this looks on camera because I feel like it's all forehead. But so the next day, I have just folded over the back seam and pressed it twice. Folded it over twice and pressed it. Technically, I pressed it twice as well. If the lighting keeps changing, that's because I'm using natural light right now and the window's open. I'm going to edge stitch the back of this top, and then I think I need to start working on putting the binding in place. Yeah, I think that's the next step. I just recorded a whole clip and my mic wasn't on. And I checked. Okay, here's a summary of what I just said. So annoying. I've been doing this for like 3 years now. 4 or whatever. I think it's been 4 years. So I sewed on the bias tape on the edge, and it did not catch the underlining appropriately. So I'm just gonna have raw edges, which they do warn, please focus. I'm just gonna have raw edges hanging out, which they do warn you about, but I don't want that. So what I'm going to do, which by the way, I was reading the instructions, I followed along with the photo tutorial, and I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this, but I'm gonna try and listen to somebody else and not think that I'm right. And I was right. So I'm just gonna seam rip this out and use the bias tape I bought as a backup just in case this happened, because I did not have good warm and fuzzies in the beginning. I'm just gonna do that. All right, I'm just gonna seam rip. I finished applying my bias tape. This is the back. This is the front. I think it looks cute. I had to take out my stay stitch because it was showing through, and I'm anal and crazy, and I didn't like that, but I think it looks good. So now I need to attach the top of the sleeves. Now that I have attached the bias binding to the armholes, I have to do something called flat felled seams to my shoulder seams. That sounds fancy, but you know, we're gonna do it. so I'm gonna do this, and then I think after that we're on to buttonhole before we do the bottom, which is significantly easier from pre-reading the instructions. Okay. Alright, it occurred to me once I finished the shoulder seams, I was like, you should try it on. So I like it. I like it. I think the fit's good. I don't think it comes up too far in the armpit. Obviously the bottom is not attached. It's gonna be a little lower. I think, you see I messed my hair up trying to put it on. And I think, you know, it shows off the guns a little bit. Oh, so I think it's nice. At first I thought like maybe it might be too tight in the back, but it's not. I just have it pinned up with, you can't see, but it's like a little hair clip situation. But I think it's good. I think it looks good. I'm sorry for this horrible camera work. This is not my best. And okay, so next up, what I have to do is, I'm trying to think. Oh, start working on the back. Excuse me. I have to sew the bottom hem, the back. Sorry, I have to start working on the hem pieces. Kind of the back, not really. I have to start working on that. And it just tells me to put them together before you attach to the bottom. And I guess you do the neckline last, from what I was reading. I can't remember. I read all the instructions before and I haven't read them since then. I'll figure that out, but it's cute. For the bottom hem, I need to pin both of the back hems together, it says. Right sides facing each other, yep. And then sew along one edge, and then I'm going to connect it and make it one long piece. So as you saw, I sewed the hem pieces together on the side seams. I pressed them open, and then I sewed all along the bottom edge at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And now I have to grade one of the seam allowances by removing 1/8 of an inch from one layer of my seam. That is a tiny amount. Why is this so little? Let me get to working on that. I have pressed my hemline. It has started to rain. So that's what that noise is. I've pressed my hem. And so now I'm going to attach it to my, oh, it's raining hard. They just say with thunderstorm. I'm attaching it to the rest of the blouse. So I have to pin, we're calling this the facing. Pin the facing to, or am I doing this right? Hold on. I just got nervous. Okay, let's talk about what happened yesterday, because I feel like it's important to be transparent about sewing endeavors. So yesterday I got really frustrated and I had to take a break. So I went to the gym to calm down. And last night I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this again. Like, okay. And I discovered that I had sewed the front panel to the side, and that's why everything was not looking good. So I unpicked it. It's right here. And I have, if you can hear the dishwasher, I'm sorry. I have clearly marked with pens the front panel. And so I just need to reattach all of this together and resew it to the hem of the shirt. And I think that will make it, I was like real pissed yesterday. I was very angry. I was like, why is this not working? So we've calmed down. Sometimes you just need to step away, take a break. We're in a better place and we're gonna start. I made a smoothie. I reattached this. I pinned it down. I take back everything I said about the easing. I said easing like one part, but I was like, this is so much easier when you do it right. So a tip that ended up working out really well when I was pressing it again, I decided to just pin it over the ironing board so that it could evenly distribute the weight for me, because it was kind of hard to pin it on a flat surface. I mean, the ironing board is still a flat surface, but I could just like pull on and work on like half of it at a time while it was laid how it's actually going to drape, and that just made it so much easier. So the whole thing is pinned down and I just need to edge stitch the hem. And yeah, then I'm finally done with the hem. I finished the top added the bias binding. I messed up a little bit, but I fixed it. And I got my little button loop in. The bottom hem's attached. The only thing I have to do is attach the button. But I kind of need to go. I need to get dressed. I guess I need to put jeans on. I gotta go. But next time you see me, I'll be wearing the shirt. And you're supposed to... Oh, no, I forgot. I have to top stitch. Okay. I have one more step. But next time you see me, I'll be wearing the shirt. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. And don't forget to like it to show me you liked it. And comment down below what you want to see me make next.